bro, so today I'm gonna go over 7 habits that have completely changed my life for the better. So first of all, let's talk about why should you listen to me. So the reason why you should listen to me is because I'm a very productive person. As you can see here, I have done a lot of habits and I actually do a lot of habits. Okay, there's of course a lot of red X's too, but mostly I do a lot of habits and I'm way more productive than probably you or just the majority of people. So now the question is, how did I become so good at doing my habits, all the healthy habits? And I have 7 habits that I've done that have really changed my life and done my life to the better. And the following are: the first one is 7 to 8 hours of sleep. You have to get at least 7 hours. If you don't get 7 hours of sleep, you're just gonna feel totally drained from energy throughout the whole entire day. So throughout the whole entire day, we want to have as high level of energy as possible, which will give us more energy and more positivity to do our work that we have to do every single day. And let me tell you something, you probably think that you're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but you're actually probably getting 6 or 7 hours of sleep. And let me tell you the reason for that. It's because people normally think that when going to bed, you just have to count from the moment that you want to wake up, you just count, for example, 8 hours back. That's how most people think that you have to do it, but that's actually wrong. Because let's say that you're gonna wake up at 7 a.m. right? You wanna wake up at 7 a.m. 8 hours before 7 a.m. is 11 a.m. The problem is that when you think like this, you actually don't fall asleep specifically at 11 a.m. You maybe just lay in your bed and close your eyes at 11 a.m. So maybe it will take 15 minutes for you to fall asleep, but you will also wake up during the night. So actually you have to subtract 1 hour from the time period. So that means there was actually 8 hours, but you have actually only slept 7 hours because you had to fall asleep. You maybe woke up in the middle of the night, you went into deep sleep all the time. So all of these things you have to consider. So now you probably think like, oh, so I actually have to go to bed 1 hour before so I can get that. Exactly. So you actually have to go to bed at 10 a.m. This is a big change for most people because of course people are like, but I want to have a life too. To that I want to say that just in the weekends you can try to go to bed 2 hours later or some shit like that. So you can go to bed at like 12, or maybe you can have some late nights. It's just the point that you will just feel more sleep deprived. And it's to help us not feel that, because when we have more energy, we can do more things throughout the day that are productive because we don't have headaches and all this, right? So the 7th habit that I do that have completely changed my life is having a morning routine. The reason why having a morning routine is so important is because you start your day off with a win and you kind of just get into a good routine for the day. So like for me personally, my morning routine used to be that I woke up at 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. and I just did some kind of work. So either if it was I had homework for at school, I will do that for just an hour or half an hour, and then I will maybe do YouTube. If I had some ideas that I have already had for the day, then I will just wake up and record this video, and then I will just begin editing my videos. That's a win for me because now I didn't have to do it like later like I'm doing right now. So that was a kind of nice thing to do. I'm gonna start doing that now in the winter, bro. It's gonna be very good. So that's the importance of a morning routine. You're getting such a better start of the day. The 3rd step of a good habit that changed my life is actually the opposite of a morning routine, which is a night routine. To get a good morning routine, we have to get a good night routine actually. That's just how it is. And the way that we get a good night routine is putting things in front of our eyes so it's easier to do the things that we need to do. That's actually a habit trick to do the habits that you actually want. So let's say for example that you want to be better at doing your hygiene, washing your face or brushing your teeth. Maybe you don't do that often. Then I will recommend at the bathroom, you just put the things in front of the desk, in front of you, in front of the table or what it's called, the sink. you know, you just put the things in front of them, because then it's just easy to do some water or toothpaste on your toothbrush, and then it's just easy to do the habits. So make it easier for yourself, basically. And then a good night routine for me is, for example, I stretch, I go out and do my hygiene, and I don't watch screen 1 hour before bed, because then I'm not stimulated in my brain, so I can easily fall asleep. And then I would recommend that you read 50 minutes, just 10-15 minutes before going to sleep, because then you have no stimulation, you're just sitting in silence, and then when you read, you slowly begin to like, and then soon you will be so tired that you just, I'm gonna like put away my book, and then you're just gonna be like, like you're just gonna be out. So that's a very nice thing. That's a good night routine. Then you will be more fresh for the morning routine. That's why it's important with a night routine. And the fourth thing that has helped me a lot is actually doing a cold shower. The reason why a cold shower is so important is because it gives you an energy rise. Like, let's say, for example, you cannot get a good sleep every time. Like, we know that, right? So just because you didn't get a good sleep and you wake up early, you can't just say, oh, then I will give myself 1 more hour because then I get a good sleep. Like, no, it's not like that. You wake up anyway, and then no matter what, I don't care, because most of the time you won't have that good of an energy in the mornings. At least that's not how it works for me. I'm always fucking tired. I could always get 1 more hour, bro. It's fucking coping. And it's like, if you do a cold shower, you presses your body, like you are coming into a state of where it's life or death situation. Like, you get so cold water on you that your body panics and is trying to warm you. Like, you have to do something. That means that we go into a fight or flight motion, where we just shaking, like we kind of fuck. Our brain has to be ready for anything, because we get hit with cold water. Like, it stimulates something in our brain. I don't remember what it's called. Some kind of fight or flight system, which means that we are being awakened, because we cannot be tired. We have to get dopamine. We have to be ready for what's happening. It's very powerful, and I do it every single morning, and that's basically how I come through like the morning and most of the day, because I have the energy for it. So very powerful. The way you do it is just that you turn the temperature of your water to the coldest, and then you just turn it on so it gets cold. Then you just stand in front of the shower, look at your depression and look at what you're going to go into, and then you just go into there. I don't care if you are in there for 3 seconds, 5 seconds or 10 seconds, you just have to get cold. And my rule of knowing it is just that my hair just needs to get super wet, so it needs to be as wet as possible. That's when I know that now I'm allowed to turn it off. Maybe in the start you won't really be able to do it. You probably gonna turn it to warm, but it's just trying to do it. That's the important thing, and then you just progress it. And the also reason that we're doing it is to get the win of the day. Like, you know, when you do something that's really uncomfortable, that's like, holy shit, I'm good. Like, it will give you a mental win, so it's very good. The fifth habit that I do is training. Just do some kind of way to upgrade or improve your physique. So that could be doing some kind of sport, or it could be some resistance training or strength training in the gym. I prefer doing both. I'm both an athlete, and I'm both a person who goes to the gym. I would just recommend you to choosing one of those. And if I were you, I would choose the gym, because sport can, of course, give you some muscle and all this, but it will just make you more flexible and better mobility and quicker or some shit like that. Like, you won't really get that good physique. Like, most sports are not gonna get that. You have to do some kind of resistance training. So I will actually change it. You just have to go to the gym. You just have to do some kind of resistance training. And yeah. Then the sixth step is eating healthier. You just need to get a better diet, because thing about the diet is the energy that we give ourselves. So if you give yourself a donut, you're gonna get sugar and kind of a fake energy, right? Fake carbs, or what it's called, which means that you get a lot of energy quickly, but it will quickly run out, and you will feel shit, and it will give you a worse physique, because all of the bad things that they have made to taste it so good, right? And then there is the other thing that you can do. You can eat eggs, you can eat chicken, you can eat healthy protein meals, which means that you're gonna get the energy for longer, you're gonna get more testosterone because of the eggs and more fat, healthy fat, and then your energy will just improve because you will get more nutrition foods, which will give you all the things that you need, vitamins and all these minerals, all these kind of different things. So your diet has to upgrade. And then the last thing that I do as a good habit that have changed my life completely is doing some kind of purposeful work. You have to do something that you can give the world. Basically, you're upgrading your intrinsic values. I think it's called. I'm not. Please don't embarrass myself. But I think intrinsic values is the values that we have, which we found important to ourselves or the world. Which means that for me, it's getting more guys on self-improvement. That's like my value. It's like what I want to do. I want to help younger people become more better looking, better feeling, getting the suicide number down, so just people having it better with themselves and understands that it's not just drinking and parties that are the fun in this life and fucking from right to left. There's also a lot of other dopamine that is really nice to get. That's what I'm trying to teach. And that is YouTube. That is my work. I have made myself go from 0 subscribers to 188, I think I'm at right now, which is very proud. I'm very proud of myself for that, for like doing that for 5 months. I have been getting to that results. I'm very proud of that. So that is my purposeful work, and that's what gives me the drive to do this kind of things every single day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you, again, enjoyed my content, and if you feel like you're getting 1% better, or you want to get 1% better, then go down and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day, and see you tomorrow.